My character is called Nicholas Bilton, and he is a tech billionaire mogul in the near future, and he traverses the whole series in some form.
I play a marine biologist in 2046 called Rebecca Shearer, and technology has developed to the degree that we can translate whale song into human language, and I am communicating with the last humpback whale. I study animals as they go extinct, so it's very emotional and very poignant and moving, and Meryl Streep voiced the whale and plays my mother, which was a dream come true.
It's a visionary series that's a look at 30 years in the future about how human life may change as the climate changes. Do we get a handle on it or not? And with a glittering, incredible cast of some of the finest actors on the planet.
I appear in episode 6 of the series, and the year is 2066. It's London of the near future, and society has changed quite a bit in terms of how we relate to each other. Obviously, you've got the backdrop of climate change, but our episode is really a love story of sorts. So I'm mainly acting with Tahar, who is wonderful.
I play Hannah in Extrapolations, and Scott Burns wrote and directed the show, and it's about what will happen in the future if we don't do something to stop global warming. And it's a bit scary, but also hopeful. I think there's a hopeful message as well.
I play Geeta Mishra, who is a billionaire. She's an engineer and she's a CEO and has invented the first carbon-neutral cargo plane. And she is a little bit impatient with the government's take on what they're doing about global warming, and so she decides to play God and take it into her own hands.
I'm playing the father who works at Coke and trying to make the world a better place, and a couple of years later you meet his son in this near future that is so different because of climate change, and you can have a vision, a glimpse into the future, and see how it affects our youth in the future.
I play Elodie. She's a prime Gen Zer. I think that she's such a fun character. She's so bright and vivacious, and she's just so optimistic about the future potential of what we can do with technology. And I get to share an incredible episode with an incredible cast: Tobey Maguire, Marion Cotillard, Forrest Whitaker. It was great.
The message of the story really is the kind of human spirit and the impact we can all have in the world, and how we can kind of transcend our conditions and make the world a better place.
Extrapolations may seem so far off in this larger-than-life world, but I think what it helps us do is use our imaginations to realize the direction that we're heading. And I feel like it does such a lovely job of finding so many avenues for us to engage in a climate change conversation, which can so many times feel unapproachable. I know it's even a new conversation for me to participate in, because oftentimes it's hard to find what the connection is, and I think it does such an excellent job of drawing personal collections while making a great story. You're not watching a PSA.
I play Rowan Chopin, who's sort of an environmental anarchist, if you will, and believes in a cause that's decently controversial and sort of takes matters into his own hands to better the world.
I've always been very interested in environmental matters. Like almost 20 years ago now, I worked on An Inconvenient Truth with Vice President Gore and Davis Guggenheim. So after that movie, I spent a lot of time thinking, what else as a storyteller can I do? And it's never really left my mind, but right around the beginning of pandemic, I thought I really want to try and tell these stories this way.